Hello everybody, this is the Love Yourself Guru and welcome to the Love Yourself TV. Today we're going to be discussing blessings and burdens and how to increase blessings in your life, God willing. Now, whether we're aware of it or not, every day, each and every one of us, consciously or unconsciously, create or let in blessings in our life, or create or let in burdens into our life. So the more you're on this journey of loving yourself and the journey of creating a beautiful life, God willing, the more you consciously choose to create blessings and almost, move away from a life full of burdens. And so in this video, I'm going to be discussing 5 tips on how to increase blessings in your life, God willing, and consciously choose to have them around. So the first thing is that the things that you decide to take on, the things that you say yes to. So you really need to get into the habit of, before you say yes to anything, before you take anything on, is to ask yourself, to reflect on, is this going to be a blessing or a burden? Is it going to bless my life, God willing? Is it going to bring good into my life? Or is it going to just create problems and be a burden in my life? Now, things like a new investment, if you go into a new investment, really reflect on, is it going to be a blessing or is it going to be a burden? Saying yes, even if somebody has asked you to do something and it's act of good, but it's really to reflect, is this what I'm saying yes to? Is it going to bless my life or is it going to burden my life? Taking on a new hobby, again, asking yourself, if I take on this hobby, yes, I enjoy it, but is it going to be a blessing at this moment in time or is it going to be a burden? Taking on extra work, it may bring extra money, but is it going to burden your life or is it going to be a blessing in your life, God willing? And you really need to reflect on every decision you make, everything you say yes to take on in your life. You need to reflect, is it going to be a blessing or a burden? And start choosing things that are going to be a blessing in your life. So for instance, let's say if somebody asks you to do something and it's a service, it's an act of goodwill, but that's going to create a burden. Well, you're going to start to get used to the habit of saying, you know what, I just can't do that. Because even if you did do that and it's going to be a burden in your life, you're going to come to that act, to that service with resentment and you're going to be tired. So it's better always to take on, God willing, things that you feel are going to bless your life and are going to lift you up. Okay? So that's the first thing. The things that you decide to take on, reflect on whether they are a blessing or a burden. If they're a blessing, okay. If they're a burden, don't take them on. Now, the second thing is people. So the people that you allow in your inner arena, okay? The people that you actually allow to be in your life, are they a blessing or are they a burden? So how do you know if they're a blessing or a burden? Well, if they're a blessing, they're going to wish you well. They're going to motivate you. They're going to push you up. If they're a burden, they're not going to really wish you well. They're going to pull you down. They're going to demotivate you. Okay, so you really need to assess whether or not they're going to be a blessing or a burden in your life. Do they believe in a world full of blessings or do they believe in a world full of burdens? Because if they have like a burden approach to life, then that's what they're going to bring into your life, because the people that you allow in your arena are going to affect you whether you like it or not. So it's really important to start choosing the people in your life, yes, and making sure that they are a blessing and not a burden. They're going to, help you on this journey and you're going to help them. They're going to motivate you. You're going to be there for each other. Then they're not going to burden what you have. Okay, and toxify what you have. The next thing is your thoughts. So in the Love Yourself movement, it's all about thinking thoughts that are going to benefit you, thinking those thoughts that are going to improve your life by 1% every day. So you really need to start to be conscious of your thoughts, okay? And start to ask yourself, well, if I'm thinking these thoughts, are these thoughts going to burden me? Are they going to burden my body? Are they going to burden me? Are they going to create extra stress? Or are they going to be a blessing? Are they going to feel good in my body, create good emotions? Are they going to create productivity? Are they going to create new possibilities? possibilities. So it's really important to start to consciously choose thoughts that are gonna move you towards creating blessings rather than creating burdens. Have thoughts of positive thoughts rather than thoughts that are gonna bring you down and gonna burden you. Now, the next one is you are a blessing. So you are a blessing in this world. You're a beautiful blessing. So it's time to begin to act like that. Consciously be aware that you are a blessing in this world because God Almighty created you. And wherever you go or wherever you let in your inner arena, whoever's in your life, consciously be aware of that you are a blessing and make sure that you bless their lives. So for instance, before I do any video, okay, or any little video that I have shorts and I have long videos, or my podcast, I always reflect on, is this going to be a blessing? Is what I'm saying going to be a blessing in people's lives? And if it is, I create that video. And if I feel that it may be, it's not going to enhance their life in any way, I won't go near it. So always make sure that whatever you're doing or whoever's in your life, whoever you come into contact with, always make sure be aware that you are the blessing and make sure that you bring blessings into their life. Even if you go to the supermarket, okay, and you smile at somebody, you're bringing a blessing into people's lives. And the last thing is start being aware of your blessings. Now, the more you are aware of your blessings, God willing, and in tune with them, the more grateful you'll be and the more they will increase. What you focus on increases. And we often get into the habit of just focusing on our burdens. And if you just focus on your burdens, they will increase. So it's almost as if getting yourself into a habit of counting your blessings every day, counting how much God has blessed you, and they will just increase and increase and increase and increase, and eventually, put those burdens to a side. Your whole life will be about blessings. I love you loads. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, kindly click on the like button and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Have a brilliant, beautiful, a day full of blessings. I love you loads.